Yeah.
Oh my God!
Get out of here! Yeah! You clean up shit on the streets.
I get him. Just go ahead. I thought he was right there. Yes, I got 4 people in there. Yeah.
See? Welcome to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. We think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. Clearly, we don't know shit. We're having a lot of technical difficulties today. We are live at Q67 East Cermak. Our guest is running a little bit late, but we also have some other superheroes in the house. We have Paul Evans, one of the greatest kickers
Michigan State alum.
ever had.
Michigan State alum. I know Wolverine alum. I know Wolverine alum. You did.
I hope he did.
You did.
They're coming to get you. They're coming to get you. They're coming. Ambulance.
Yeah, we might get that from time to time in the show. We are in Chicago.
I guess we just got to use our outside voices right now. We don't have this is outside voices. I don't know. The show must go on. Ahmad Merritt, Alumni Bears, wide receiver. Speaks. He's supposed to be here. But that Chicago traffic, I tell you something else. That Chicago traffic. So you stuck in that. So right now, we don't have a guest, but we do have a lot of Bears talk to talk about. It is Patrick's week. Can we get some hand claps on that? Oh yeah, Bears alumni. So as I was saying, Paul Eddinger, one of the greatest kickers the Bears ever had. I have to say that every time I say his name, I have to say one of the greatest kickers. Can you please stand up so we can see you, man? Thank you, Paul. One of the greatest kickers the Bears ever had.
Hands down.
So it's Bears alumni, and he's of course he's one of them. But we're also expecting others to show up. I won't say any names, because I don't want to get anybody all excited if they don't show up. So we'll just see what happens. But it is Packers week, like I was saying. So there's a lot to talk about. It's a rivalry, but as of late, it hasn't been that much of a rivalry as far as on the field, because the Bears are always getting that ass smacked. Always getting that ass.
You're not lying.
No, I'm not.
Sucks. You ain't lying.
So, I mean, we hope to see a totally different team tomorrow morning. Starting with the offense and, of course, Justin Fields. We are looking for a lot from Justin Fields. We've had a couple years, and, you know, he's shown a lot of promise. But we are putting a lot into him because we've never really had a quarterback who consistently takes charge of the locker room and actually goes out and plays every day. We had Jay Cutler, but, well, Jay Cutler doesn't exactly fit that description that I just said. But he's all good.
He was great.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad, but he didn't really have the personality to lead that team. just with that being said alone, we have to look at the Bears now. I'm not saying I want Justin Fields to come out with 17 No, we don't want that. But if he throws just a tad over 4,000 yards, about 5-6 yards rushing, and a total combined touchdown of 35 touchdowns, I really do. That would be a great scene.
He's talking about those are MVP type numbers, right? Talking about quarterbacks in the field,
Especially in Bears quarterbacks.
you talk about that long distance shit.
So, you know what? Since we're on quarterbacks, let's talk about Jordan Love. Before we jump back to the Bears, well, I just wanted to say everybody is sleeping on this league. Everybody's sleeping on it. I'm sorry, not kid, grown man. A lot of Bears fans. A lot of Bears fans are sleeping on Jordan Love. I, for one, am not sleeping on him. He's made some good throws. He kind of took on the same thing. Saying that he was a good boss, having certain offense tailored to his kids got a strong arm. And what we've seen before, he's been accurate. And now he's in a system with some making that. So, I mean, not a lot of quarterbacks in the thrusting positions who say everything's tailored around what he says. So Jordan Love really doesn't have to be a superstar. He just has to be a better than game manager, right? They have a top tier defense. They have a televised running game. They've got some more adequate receivers. The last few years, that's almost throw better than what the Bears have.
I mean, when you're talking about a guy like Jordan Love, see if you can do it, is that can he do it for a number of minutes? Actually, I didn't even play the So you want to see consistency out of him. You want to see that he can constantly sit up there and continue to play game football. See that he can make the goals, make the right reads. Honestly, I don't think there's too many people are sleeping on him. I just think that he's an unknown. If there's any quarterback that's actually playing this year that's really an unknown, it would be him. Because most quarterbacks in this league outside of the rookies have set up there and played over 5, 6, 7 games. He has. I don't even think Green Bay even knows what they got. What they're going to do is when they come into that game and they play us, Green Bay is going to sit up there. They're going to lean on their running game. If I'm the Bears, like I said last week, the game's tomorrow, I'm going to sit up there 8, 9 man, hell, possibly even, 8, 9 man front. Sit up there, stop that run, make him beat it. And then you also got to remember, Christian Watson. He's supposed to be Green Bay's number 1 wide receiver. Will not be there. He's out. Romeo Dobbs is supposed to be their number 2. He's questionable. There's no telling. So if I'm Chicago, I'm down, so we'll put the pressure, stack that line, make sure that they don't run that ball, have him beat us. You're supposed to have a strong secondary. No, he's an out. So Dobbs is questionable.
So Dobbs is questionable. So that actually plays into the explain about the one thing that we don't do well right now is rush the passer. This would be the time to get some continuity with that front four as well. Because now Jordan doesn't have this arsenal to throw to, right? So now that is possibly put into our hands from the back coach side of the ball. And God knows he's still home. I mean, see if we pay the Marcus Walker to come here and be that 7 to 9 seconds. Do we really ride without the ball? Or do you give our lunches? You see more about this. You see more about this. Maybe this is the game where we just unleash that outside. And take no pressure. So they're going to give no pressure. Maybe that should be the possibility. Because one thing is certain. Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, that's a two-headed monster. Man, that's Steve Bauer, and then you come right back to Steve Bauer. I'll leave it. I only say it when I get mad. Why you are loud? I only curse when I get mad.
So, and I see that we are going to get rotation type tackles. You want to keep those tackles in because I do feel they are going to be running the ball. And if they're not going to run the ball, Jordan Love's going to have to be confident and early and dump off passes to his running back, especially since you did lose Box. So, I mean, when it comes down to that, though, like, you're going to eventually have to throw the ball down the field. And I am confident in our defensive backfield to actually be able. So I would like to see linebackers up there.
They can beat you.
What linebackers are you going with? I know we just lost from
They cut his ass. They cut. He was already hurt. They cut.
He had a hamstring issue that was lingering anyway. When we saw him, so I'm going to literally like that. Does that just elevate Noah Sewell a little bit?
I would.
Do they bring back Lewis? I mean, I know he's technically here, but I've seen him play with in coverage. You know?
I would love. I never wanted them to lose. So I would love for them to do that. He did the same by with me.
If he did, if in a session, he's gorgeous.
He did the preseason.
So, let's take a quick look at the second. Our second, you think they're going to have a lot of work?
In this game, I don't see them getting a lot of work. I don't see that piece of crap quarterback. Damn, right? I don't like him. What do you want me to say? Jordan, I love him. He's going to make his Packers fit.
I don't think he'll fix it.
I think I'm more to the point of saying, like, I want him to be a leader. I really want him to solve. I really want the Packers to have
See, that's just the thing. Like, are we not seeing the Packers over the years? I'm talking about decades. They've gotten it. I mean,
they've gotten it.
So, Lucky definitely has to play. They were some time at the end of you know, if you really pay attention to the ball, they give you a second. You gave us some fish. Then you go straight to the ball. Nobody's not coming to the left of the ball. Then you get even Aaron Rodgers, who's already kind of pissed off with a chip on his shoulder because he's supposed to be a top 3 pick and fell all the way down. I think 23, something like that. Can we stop this and got the quarterbacks off?
Good point.
They're not going to strike forward.
They need to just kiss quarterback.
I mean, they definitely I saw that.
Big house.
The old NFC Central. Something like that.
Cloud 9 over that damn win that they got. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, last scene. That day.
Oh, God, man.
And City was.
They had a very bad offense.
Did you see the Matt Nagy special? They try to run it.
And every Bear fan had a big smile on their face.
Your coach right now, and whoever your wide receiver coach is right now, is giving some type of watch right now.
I'm surprised
you worried about this brother's health and well-being because, like, yeah, you talking about going on. I need to go ahead and check like that he was the fix it.
I don't know, but I know Detroit fans are on cloud 9 right now. They probably sitting up there thinking that they want to come to Super Bowl over. Right? But it's no different than when we played San Francisco last year. Everybody was in the vicinity. We have a chance. The best time to get those good teams is right there at the beginning of the season, because in the beginning of the season they're not too focused. They're going through the motions.
They're still
or whatever
going just like we are. Everybody's trying to find out who they are.
Exactly. So that's the best time to sit up there and get them, because you don't want to see Kansas City in week 10, week 11. You know,
that is a blowout.
Nah, you don't want to see them there. So they call them at the right time. You know what I'm saying? I tip my hat up to Detroit.
Okay, see y'all later.
Misty McMichael, everybody just left the building.
You know,
shout out.
Shout out Mongo, baby.
Mr.
Shout out.
And, yeah, definitely. Shout out to her. She left. They have the Bears alumni dinner tonight. So we don't want to hold them, but also Paul Edinger is going to greatest quarterback ever. I got greatest kicker that the Bears ever had.
He probably would have been a pretty good quarterback for us too.
Paul,
what do you think, Paul? You probably would have been a good quarterback for us too. The quarterbacks that we've had.
Paul, come in and sit in. Let's talk to Paul for a little bit.
I'm giving him this seat.
You gonna give him this?
Yeah, and I'm gonna move.
You sure?
If you like,
sure you want to move?
Over here, I will move.
It's a little tight right
yes.
there.
Yes.
It's a little tight right there.
Let's give it up for
impromptu.
Right. Sit on the left.
Terrence does disappear on the show every once in a while.
Oh, man, don't he? Well, it's a little hungry ass going to eat something.
Wait, is he the king of when the screen goes to the logo?
Yeah. Terrence is
the turnover chain. First and foremost, everybody, let's take a look at Paul's crown real quick. Who are we representing today, Paul?
Spartan Dogs, baby.
Spartan Dogs, baby. MSU. Go green, go white. All day, every day.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all bring that shit when we play. That's right. Who said it? Who said go blue?
Hey, man.
Wait, we got another
blue. Go blue.
We got another blue in the house?
All I know is great. To be. Michigan Wolverine.
Pleasure to see y'all in person, too. I appreciate it. That's good stuff.
So, Paul, just real quick,
you gonna hear disappear.
Since we put you on the spot, we thank you for coming on. Love the fact that you and the family are here. Shout out to Paul's family, lovely family sitting over here, waving at everybody. What do you see and what do you expect out of the Bears just this season? Some of us have lofty goals, others we're a little bit more grounded. What do you see? Because hell, you played for them.
I'm more on the grounded side myself, just always am, but really, there's not room for excuses after, last year we were saying we're a young team. But this year I'm looking forward to Justin and D Moore, seeing more of that 1-2 punch.
Ooh. My God, we can't wait.
That's what I'm looking for tomorrow.
It did give me goosebumps.
So just excited to see him come out of the gates, rocking and rolling, ready to get after the 2023 season.
Absolutely. We feel the same way. The only thing that I'm semi-concerned about is the coaching. When we looked at the preseason, it was very, very vanilla. And I saw other teams kind of open up a little bit so that when that first game comes, they're a little bit ahead of the curve. Now, I know we heard some good things with our joint practices, right? How do you feel about that moving forward? Because is this the game that we say it takes us a while to get going throughout the season? Or is it one of them games because it's Packers, we must win tomorrow?
Oh, definitely must win. But preseason, I think you see a lot of vanilla from a lot of teams. Every team I was involved with, it was vanilla until you got to you didn't want to show, open everything up to the world until regular season started. Absolutely. That's why you see a lot of players not playing a lot.
Lions quarterback Jared Goff did not play one game.
No.
Yeah. He did not play one game.
You want to see what backups are ready to go in because, injuries are going to happen.
Right.
You don't want them to, but they're there. And you want to know who's ready to come out and play when that happens and not miss a beat. So, I don't think you can expect too much in preseason. And some teams do let it out of the bag, but
hey, them Steelers and them Chargers sure did.
Some of those old school coaches, that's the key things. Those old school coaches.
I'm expecting to see
Kellen Moore definitely was watch this, Dallas.
Yeah.
With the third string guy.
Yeah.
And speaking of third string guys, I'll let this one go to you, Frank. Tyson Bagent. Go ahead, talk to him. Talk to him.
So I still don't understand why he went to third string.
There hasn't really been the reason why that happened, but I was okay with them dropping PJ Walker. I know you weren't because I understand 100% what you're saying as far as experience at the backup quarterback. 100% agree with that. PJ Walker had an extremely bad preseason.
True.
Extremely bad. While Badgett had an amazing preseason for what we expected him to be. And Nathan Peterman, again, also had a okay. He was mostly playing against third stringers, but still an okay preseason. But if you got all Bears fans' hopes up with this Badgett being your second string quarterback, and then now you're going into Bears Packers and Nathan Peterman's your backup quarterback, that has me a little worried. That does. That has me worried. But at the same time, Justin Fields better not freaking get hurt when it comes down to that. I want to see Nathan Peterman in the game because we're blowing out the Packers 31-0. That's why I want to see Nathan Peterman in the game.
If memory serves, Paul, you went through a little carousel with those Dick Duran years coming out, sort of similar to this too, with the new guy coming in and like, wait a minute, we got a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I was involved with a lot of quarterbacks in the 5 years I was here in
Bears
Chicago.
fans were. Their players were.
But you guys mentioned on your last show that Badgett, he faced third string as well. So what are we really going to
second string?
What are we really going to see? But if you're on the roster, you better be ready to go.
And that's my main.
That's why you're on the roster.
You're on the roster.
That's why you're ready to go on Sunday. You're ready to step in. But you never know what the office is thinking. So as fans and watching from above, you just want whoever's in there to perform at the top level. That's what really matters.
Yeah, and I think you said that perfectly. Like with Badgett though, and I understand he was playing mostly second stringers and third stringers, but it was how comfortable he looked when he was taking snaps. All right, he was in the pocket. He was going through all his reads, 1, 2, 3 reads. If he saw pressure coming on the backside, he felt it. As a rookie, I felt like he felt it coming, and he was very a mobile type person. He was getting outside and picking up some yards running too. And that is something PJ Walker does. Similar type. I mean, other than the deep ball down the field, because we didn't really see that much from Badgett. PJ Walker's got a cannon, but I mean, it's just I'm more worried if something does happen to Fields. I am not comfortable with Nathan Peterman coming in Bears Packers. It's scary.
But like Paul said, you made the team for a reason.
I agree.
So just by simple numbers, if your numbers gets called, you have to be ready to perform. Now, we're not saying that the stage isn't too big, right? But I mean,
didn't affect you though.
This is arguably
didn't affect you.
Oh no, that's
clutch.
And we're going to segue to that in just a minute.
Yeah.
But moving forward, do we have something to where if Justin Fields does not produce the way that the coaching staff or that the management sees, they might try to push a Tyson Bagent because technically he is their guy. They didn't pick Justin Fields. They didn't pick Nathan Peterman. They picked up Tyson Bagent, if I'm not mistaken, after the draft free agency, undrafted free agent, UDFA.
Yes.
So
they found Sanborn the year before that.
He kind of is, you see what I'm saying? He's kind of their guy.
Yeah. Well, and if you take the long road too, I think some guys tend to work just that much harder to be ready to get into that position whenever their number is called. So I don't see why you can't expect Bagent to be ready to play if his number is called. Whether he looks super comfortable or not, I think he'll do just fine if he steps in there.
I think the most people are worried about is he was a Division II college quarterback too.
What's that matter?
I mean, that didn't matter, right? Like you could throw the ball.
I mean, he said an NCAA record.
I think he's the all-time leader in touchdowns. Period. If I'm not mistaken. That's hard to do no matter what level you're on.
And the one thing that's nice too is it comes down to loyalty when it comes down to that, because Badgett was given Division I scholarships after his first 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
He chose to stay. He wanted to stay with the people that actually found him and brought him in. And I'm always for loyalty.
Well, you also got to remember too, in that sense that where you're talking about a guy that they're saying, oh yeah, he played Division II. Well, you got to also remember he was recruited as a fucking Division II.
Didn't Tony Romo play Division II?
Well, at that time, Eastern Illinois, I want to say was 1AA back in the like we discussed earlier.
Another one of them overrated Cowboys.
Oh, here we go with that. Like, let's not rile them up because I don't want Curtis Clay calling me talking about some what you talking about the Cowboys? Like I don't. Like,
aren't
they got their own problems.
Yeah. Aren't there some experts out there picking them to go to the damn Super Bowl again for the goddamn?
Yeah.
First of all,
fucking time. They ain't been
every
there since the
single
fucking
year
90s.
they're favored to go somewhere.
They have the Eagles in their division, everybody. So I don't understand why the hell. It's just their America's team.
I'm
They
okay.
have to be.
Well, are they really America's team? Because
according to
nobody
media,
called
they're
them that, but
America's team.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that is 100% true. That is 100% true.
Paul, before we let you go, because I want you to be able to go over with your lovely family and just enjoy the ambiance of the night. Shout out to our sponsor, Q, for gracing us with such a great venue.
Absolutely.
They do a great job here.
Come
Great
out,
drinks, great food, great people.
Nightclub, baby, come out and kick it. We
Come
know
out
the
and
shot
kick
of the
it.
party, especially. You know what? Fuck this. We beat goddamn Green Bay tomorrow. Shy, come out and party at Hugh.
There it is.
Fuck.
There it
After
is.
party right here at you.
There it is.
Yeah. I'm coming out partying. Fuck Green Bay.
Okay, I'm with that. Just
I ain't eating cheese for a week.
I'm with that. Just not. Hold on, we're not boycotting cheese now. Let's not go too far.
Get a nacho cheese fountain up in
Well,
here.
I mean that's hey, I like cheese. Right? But let's talk about the kicking game because we've all talked and we feel more than ever the kicking game is more important this year because regardless of who the receivers are, who the running backs are, the line play, we have to at minimum come away with 3. That's a lot of pressure on our kicker. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, there's always a lot of pressure on the kickers, but you just got to be calm, cool, and collective. And just like we talked about with the quarterback, a backup quarterback coming in, when your number's called, you're expected to do your job, and our job is to split the uprights, whether it's a chip shot or a long one. It doesn't matter. Your job on the team is to make those kicks, and that's what we live for too. So we're not trying to miss. You know, nobody's out there. You know,
hope not
in our back pocket. You know?
Right.
You're there for the team trying to win because there's nothing worse than missing a field goal, a game winner especially, but chip shot that may end up resulting in something down later in the game where you're like, damn, we lost by 3 points or 2 or 4,
when the
whatever,
experts
right?
say when you go 10-7, you got to hit that 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now with the extra points now are huge. 1 point, 33-yard field goal.
It's a great segue too. The next one.
You know those aren't gimmies anymore.
No.
So those are crucial, and you're just expected to perform all positions, but especially at the kicking position. So with that, you want to give a shout out to the snappers and the holders.
Absolutely.
Well, I got to do that.
Did you have Patrick Manley in your time too?
What's that?
Was it Patrick Manley your long?
yeah.
God, freaking
Damn,
Hall
boy.
of Fame long snapper. That
No,
guy
Patrick
should be,
Manley
like,
won't-
30 years in the
I was
NFL.
going to say 14 to 16 years.
16,
Shit,
yeah.
all day.
Shit, you been on a team longer than my damn kids.
Yeah.
Whenever
But
you
no,
think
but
of
the-
long
but-
snappers, you think of him.
But again, when you get a Patrick Manley, you don't let him leave the building.
No.
Like you
No.
keep him because that position is so important.
Shit, when you are Patrick Manley, you don't want to leave the fucking building.
No, he hasn't gone far.
Oh, yeah.
He's still doing
And
it.
everybody can't do that job. Like anybody be like, oh, I can snap the ball. Try it.
It's not just
When
snap.
there's a body in your face and
You
that
got
heart beating
two
like crazy.
dudes coming right at you after
Yeah.
you snap the
You have
ball.
to be strong, balanced, accurate. You got to keep your head on swivel. Like,
And you're also backup lineman as well. So,
Yeah, I mean, you made a perfect segue when you were talking about the extra points because, as we all know, and I still am a fan. I like Cairo Santos. I do. I really like him. He may not have the leg or anything like that, but he is a very accurate kicker. Last year, he missed 6 extra points. 2 of those extra points cost us the game, technically. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing because we all love that number 1 pick that we got this offseason and what we got for that number 1 pick.
true.
Love you too, Lovey Smith, by the way, as well.
L for love.
L for love, Lovey Smith, baby. Not Jordan Love. That guy kissed
Oh,
my
yeah,
ass.
no.
But with the extra points, like all that talk this offseason, when another favorite loving kicker, Robbie Gould, came out and said, I would love to come back to Chicago and kick. Media went nuts. Chicago went nuts. Everybody went nuts. Get rid of Cairo. Get rid of Cairo. Bring in Robbie. Bring in Robbie. Cairo had a good preseason. He didn't miss anything. He had a pretty good preseason. But what is the mindset going into a season like that? Because I know professional athletes don't follow social media. At least they try not to follow social media. But it's got to be hard for somebody like Cairo because he knew that was floating around out there. What would be the mindset in case like something like that does happen for kickers?
It doesn't matter, especially the media is all over you no matter what.
It's true. Very
If
true.
you're walking down the street and you trip and fall, you're going to get called out. I mean, it doesn't matter, especially, when I was here, it's ups and downs. You miss a field goal and they're talking about you. You make it, you're the best thing ever. That's just the way and it's at any position. You're just maybe a little more in the spotlight because it may be a game winner that may cost the game for the team as a kicker. So you're just, whenever I heard other kickers were coming in, which they always would come in on workouts, you got to have a backup, right? You don't carry a backup kicker on the team. So you're always doing homework in the office and bringing in guys for workouts. So you do know what's out there.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll bring
Just
them
in case, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they'll bring them in while you're at practice. You'll see 4 kickers walk into the Walter Payton Center going to work out.
Wait,
You're
what?
like, whoa.
Yeah.
And you might have been done kicking for the day, but you see them walking, you get the balls back out and you start working out again. So you got to be on your game. Like I keep saying, any position, but it's kicking. You just got to be on your game. But as far as the media goes, the media is here. I mean, we're here talking about them right now.
Yeah.
So
we're helping them get strong right now.
I mean, but definitely spotlights have to be on that because it is one of the most important positions, and it's also arguably the second hardest job to do next to quarterback, right?
Hands down.
Got to get everybody can't just go, I can't kick a 30-yard field goal. Hell no.
Especially kicking the ball.
And accurately, no.
Not to mention
The
kicking the
stadium
ball
as well.
in
Whip
Chicago,
swirling,
that horrible grass,
Hands down.
wind.
freezing
I know I can't
wind.
kick. I got a damn bunion on my toes. I know I
Hands
can't
down,
kick.
Soldier Field,
Shit.
one of the toughest places to kick. Whether it's the wind, the weather,
Shitty field
the
conditions.
turf, tough place to kick.
But not only that, I want to tell you, Paul, before we let you go, Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken, they got some inexperience there at kicker at both kicker and punter.
I don't even know who they are.
Yeah,
Actually.
you're right.
Going into this game.
You're right.
So that can play a crucial part
For sure, without Crosby,
too,
yeah. I forgot
because
about
it may come down to last second field goal attempt for them, So what type of pressure does that, how did you feel the situation, game winning kick? What's going through your mind?
I treated every kick like it was my last kick, and I wanted to make it, or else, like I said, there may be somebody else coming in to take your job. But my first ever game-winning kick was my rookie year at Green Bay. So that was pretty cool in their stadium. So that was sweet. So, and then whenever I went, my last season when I went to Minnesota and came back here to play against Chicago, it was the hardest thing ever. This stadium is tough to kick in, not to mention the conditions, but the fans. It's loud. You can hear people cussing at you and all that, everything. They're calling you the worst things ever, right? And you don't want your kids to hear. So it's tough. Hopefully we're not in that situation, but if we are, it's going to be a tough kick for them to make.
Yeah. Ask Cody Parkey. What it do go viral for
Double doink
idiot kicker
trending.
Cody Parkey.
Oh, man.
That was like the worst. Like I still have nightmares about don't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, usually you get
the
those
Law and Order
nightmares.
noise.
Usually those nightmares, you think someone's in your house while you're sleeping, but that's just a kicker miss and double doink in the field.
Well, Paul, thank you. It's been
Yeah,
great,
I
my
appreciate
brother.
it. Thanks for having me.
Love
man.
to have you on, man.
That's right.
Give it up for Paul and everybody.
Hey, we want to get some heroes. Some heroes tonight? We get some heroes tonight?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
they're going
get
to
here.
Herald's.
Shit, I don't know. We gonna find one though.
Yeah,
Look,
they're all
the
good
one
out
on
here.
Wabash, I don't think it's open
They're all
anymore.
good
But
out here.
it is what it is. Oh, the turnover chain, right? Bling bling.
We got a couple other.
Oh yeah,
that
let's
just came to-
before ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce our guest of the night, we had an impromptu again. Give it up for Paul Ettinger, everybody. Bears alumni kicker, one of the greatest we've ever had.
Absolutely.
Love him to death. Again, shout out to Minnesota Vikings. Fred Evans in the building, y'all. Fred Evans, clap that up, clap that up. Also, do I see B Twice in the building? Is that B Twice? My boy B Twice, Bernard Berrien, y'all in the building. Clap that up. Give it up. Now, I would like to introduce the man of the hour, our special guest, Bears alumni. Hey, Bears fans, come on. And you got the Cuddy jersey on, or is that a Brisker? Which one?
That's Mama Gordon.
Oh, that's Mama Gordon.
How do you not know that was Mama Gordon?
I didn't. Her hair was different last time.
What?
It was.
didn't have
It
the
was
bling
different
bling
last
on.
time.
She didn't have the bling bling on.
Kyler Gordon's mom is here. Everybody, future Bears Hall of Fame Nickelback. We're claiming it. We're claiming it.
We
Kyler
are
Gordon
claiming it because he is going to be a dominant Nickelback, but I wish it
in
was a corner.
the
But he will be a
building.
damn good nickel as well.
In the building. You know what, everybody? This would be, before we introduce our guest, this would be a great time for a commercial.
Agreed.
Time to pay some bills, y'all.
Let's pay
King Nick, time to pay some bills.
Hey, Bill.
Listen, shout out to my man Terrence from Chicago's Clubhouse podcast, from the Moore's Brewing Company here in Chicago, Illinois. All right, we got bros out here putting out this for the Moors. It's tasty. I didn't even have to come on here lying about this. All right, this tastes like what I like when I drink a beer. I don't drink a beer often because I'm too big and I need to stay off of carbonated drinks. But this is the carbonated drink you need to open up and crack and take a sip. All right, if you want to come out of the dark ages, be educated. All right, get you some of this Moore's brew right here. It's definitely tasty. You can get it in Kimbark and High Park.
Whoa. I thought we were a team. Where's mines? And when are we getting in Tempe, Arizona?
I guess we're going to have to find out, man. But everybody out there, for here in Chicago, go to Kimbark and pick you up some Moors.
Oh shit! So looks like we're back. I'm the only one here. So we do got a couple guests here in the house. We got Bernard Berrien here. Oh, you want to come on in? We got Paul's wife here. She's here. She's here chilling out with us. We got the kiddies here. We also got Ahmad here. We got Bernard Berrien here. We got Tyler Gordon's mama here. To tell you the truth, everybody was here. Everybody is here. The real star of the show is my man Grogu. He is the star of the show, ain't that right? Yeah. This is the star of the show. This is who everybody comes to see. Our man Grogu. Okay? Ain't that right, homie? How you feeling today? How's your day going? Yeah, okay. You all right? You a little sleepy? Grogu had a late night. They gonna left me here by myself because we are fucking live and y'all left me fucking here. Y'all know I'm camera side. Shit.
You got Grover. You got Lord.
Yeah, he over here. He mad because he didn't want to be here by himself.
We had to say goodbye to some of our guests and some of the new arrivals that just arrived.
I got mad fucking pockets. They got me back here. My shit just got a knot on it all right here. On
No,
the
remember what they
left-hand
said?
side.
What is teachers in school? Sit proper, put your shoulders back. Fold the head. No, don't fold like this. Fold like this. Right.
I don't feel,
Keep your chin up.
I don't feel very manly right
Stiff upper lip.
Yeah, let's have a show like. Can we do a full show like this? This actually hurts my back. Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Well, Franklin, what do you think about the Bears this season? No, hell
And
no.
then I'll have to speak very nicely. Bears are going to be very
He becomes Christoph
I'm about to take a break.
Terrence.
I'm about to grab
Jean,
me a drink.
right?
It's gonna be non-alcoholic. I'm gonna give me a
Shirley
Kool-Aid.
Temple.
Don't nobody-
Kool-Aid.
Get me a Shirley Temple.
And those kitty
Cherry.
cocktails, man.
We got the whack ass Packers. I'm gonna throw a rocket to the soccer fan that I see.
We already
You
had
know
one.
what?
We already had one
Y'all
walk
got-
by with a poncho.
I'm about to go get the drink.
Well, without further ado, warm welcome, round of applause, Bears alumni wide receiver, homegrown St. Rita Project, Ahmad Merritt in the building. Yeah, come on, man. You center stage. Come
Right
on.
in the middle. The guest gets the middle.
You center stage,
Right
man.
in the
We,
throne.
yep, up. See, I got good hands too. Good to see you again, bro.
Good seeing you.
I see you saw some family in here, man, when you walked in. Surprise,
It's
surprise.
good to see family. Alumni weekend, man. Everybody's in the building.
Nothing like it, right?
Love it, man. Gotta love it. We got a nice day out in Chicago,
No,
Beautiful
like,
day.
it's about
This
time,
is my Chicago right here.
man.
bro.
Like this all the
The
time.
taste of Chicago. You got the taste. You got the Cubs game.
Wait, the taste.
The taste.
Taste of Chicago this weekend too.
You didn't know?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
The taste was like in June.
Right?
No. They start in September now after COVID.
Why? What the hell?
Bruh.
I don't
I
know
just
why.
figured it was for 2-3 days
I
and
was just in
moved
the car
on.
like this.
But now here you got it.
Loading. Loading.
Exactly. It was nice to see the people energized and walking around, but man,
It's nice to see Bears fans energized, though.
Yeah,
everybody was happy, man. The city's popping. The city, what a beautiful city, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Man, we've had a chance to play everywhere and go visit all these different cities and get a chance to see the world a little bit. But Chicago, man,
Nothing like it.
nothing like it, brother.
Nothing like it.
We can get rid of the traffic. Packers week.
Packers week.
So wait, my big question is, how did you get ready for Packers week? Because everybody's different. We heard from Paul Edinger, and Paul was just like, hey, man, I took it every day like it was my last kick. I see all these other kickers running in. I'm like, well, hell, is my job in jeopardy? Let me go on and kick some more balls. I feel them, right? So how did you
That's a
take
good
Packers
question. You know why? Because it was unique for me being a Badger.
True. Yes.
So all guys I play with get drafted by the Packers, and now they on the other side. So I had to build that hate up a little bit. I had to build it up. I had to build it up for a guy that I used to like. Man, you were cool in college, but I hate you now.
Like, where do your loyalties lie?
Right.
Once this whistle goes, now with you.
You mean tell me you gonna take that check from them, from that organization, after all that we've been through?
How dare you?
No, but hey,
We wanted to say that about Paul too when he went to the Vikings.
when he went to the Vikings,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Oh shit! I forgot.
Oh, you didn't forget. You just wiped it from your memory because it was like, damn, I have to root for this guy, but then again, I don't have to root for this guy.
Yeah, halfway.
I never.
And that
stopped
like kind of
rooting for
messed
Paul,
us up.
even if it
Absolutely
wasn't.
not. Here we go again. MSU alum. I went to school with
I'm
Paul.
not mad at that.
I should hate you, but I don't. I
Why
love you.
would you?
St. Rita, hometown project, right? Love. And then we got these cheesehead, moms watching MFers. And
Paul's girl grew sitting in Paul.
You got a guy-
right now, too, so.
maybe not a roommate, but a guy that was on your floor.
Maybe
You
a
went-
roommate.
maybe
you
roommate.
were a roommate.
You training table, right?
Yeah.
Put girl grew in
Kicking it.
Road roommate.
Road roommate, right? Possibly family came in town. You all shared tables together.
Absolutely.
How does Ahmad Merritt deal with that?
You know what? Once that whistle blow, man, everybody, it don't matter. It don't matter. You get between those white lines and it's on.
Kill them all.
It's on.
Let the ambulance sort out the
You turn
bodies.
into a different person. Kill or be killed.
Yeah.
What Drake
That's
say it
football
stand
right
for?
there.
What do he say? Is
Oh yeah. Do right and kill everybody.
yes.
Man, that's a reference to the movie The Program if I ever heard one.
Movie.
Ooh,
Everybody.
The program.
Wish I could put my head through the window.
But they say put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner, boys.
Yeah.
Speaking of the program.
Wish we had an offensive
Speaking
lineman.
of
Like,
program, he has a program called The Program, a real estate program.
Yeah, remember we talked
Remember-
about
We
yeah,
that?
talked
remember
about
heard
that
about
at
that, the
Winter
Winter
Circle.
Circle.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
forget. And he said if we ever in the market, not only for some commercial, but some personal real estate, he'd look out for it. I don't forget nothing when it comes to making money and making
Man,
friendships.
you don't forget nothing.
You
when it
nope.
comes to nothing.
Nope.
When it comes to everything.
Still trapped. It's like, damn, I did that in 1993, man. Yes, you did.
Yeah, man. The program obviously is a group of professional athletes getting their real estate license, starting their second career in real estate. So, like you guys may have known, I got my license as a rookie.
Yep, you said, yep.
In Chicago here. So I was moonlighting, after practice.
Well,
helping guys out.
let's just say you had interest that could possibly further your career after football.
Well, I was thinking about it, right? I was thinking about
We're gonna doctor it up. We're gonna doctor it up.
I mean, football injuries, dude.
Yeah,
Don't be
man.
playing early.
I don't know what had me thinking about it, man, but it was on my mind. Like second career, what do I need to do? I started building that thing, and it was the best thing I ever did in my life, brother. I promise you.
And so I just try to pass that knowledge on to these guys that are younger and the guys that are older that are looking for something to get into. And we've been doing all right. You know, we need a little bit better social media. I need some help with that. But
brother, don't we all?
yeah,
I suck on this thing.
I'm terrible with it. And we should absolutely be celebrating the guys that are working with us. I mean, we got guys that are not just in Chicago, like Arizona, Dallas, and guys in San Francisco.
That's that
So,
nice. Wait, congratulations on that. Clap that up for real.
Absolutely.
I need to get it. I keep saying I need to jump into that.
You said it last time.
Yeah,
Well, you know, maybe now we sit down as a group and check and see what.
but now that
what
my
can
work schedule is a little more flexible, I have more.
Absolutely.
And the great thing about that, why it was such a beautiful marriage between real estate and football, is because real estate is a flexible career. You can pick it up in the off season, put it down in the season. Like there is no
work when you want to work.
9 to 5, work when you want to work.
Love
Find
it.
the deals, get involved in the deals and the
That's
opportunities.
Work when you want to work.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
that'd
it.
be nice.
So you're in control of your own destiny, man. What better opportunity is that?
You know, those opportunities come across our tables, and then we kind of like poo-poo them, and we need to stop doing that and really take a look into. It's not just an investment in the real estate joint, right? But like you said, the network. I try to keep it clean. You know, my mom watching. I try to not to cuss. I leave that to foul. But when you do that, and you're creating generational wealth through what you've already done for football, you've given up your time, your life, your body.
Yeah.
Hell, your soul, your essence in certain situations. When you look back at football, Ahmad, was that just your tool, or was that was me? Football was you. Because I know some people, you know, I watched the show Broke, and I know some people looked at football as just I ain't never had it before, so I might as well spend it now.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, I've never had it before. I might save a little bit or do something with it so I have a future.
Yeah. I would say both, honestly. In the beginning, it was me. Like, this is what I do. This is what I'm great at. This is what drives me. And then when you learn the power that you have once you step on that field and once you become a player, right? The power that you have financially, the power that you and influence that you have as a player, you know, you start to think about, you know, what ways should I be leveraging my gains in order to create success for myself later.
Okay.
You know, so I would say a little bit of both. It just started out, I'm just playing ball, like for
Love
fun.
of the game, yeah. Love
And
of the
then
game.
you get on this level and it's like, oh dang, this is a business.
Yeah. Herm Edwards told us, right?
Yeah.
Herm Edwards told us what was up.
This is a business. So I need to be making business decisions. You had guys out there making real business decisions, like Eddie George coming through A gap. It's a business
That's a business
decision.
decision.
I'm gonna go ahead and fall for 5 right there. Go ahead, Eddie. I'm gonna tap you down.
That was a great business decision because now he's a coach. He's a head coach at Tennessee State University.
Yes, yes.
So he made some great business decisions.
Yes.
So do you ever think about coaching?
Well, you know, I coached on a high school level in Lake Forest High School for the Scouts. And, you know,
Oh, you got a rival. Carmel, right?
don't.
No, I'm just
let's
playing.
not.
I said you have a rival.
And who is the head coach?
Yeah.
I know his name.
And we just met last week and they got us again.
Oh,
They got
no.
us. We played last Friday. So we could go yesterday. And they got us.
A little bit more competitive than the last time we spoke, or
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I wish you guys were there. But they're doing a great job over there. You know, J Mac and Rashid is there.
absolutely.
And Olin's over there. And they're doing an awesome job. And they're rebuilding that program. So kudos to those dudes. I give them much love. They got us 3 years in a row now.
3 years in a row. That sounds like Mount Carmel and
Damn.
Here you go.
That didn't happen when I was here. So I don't know what you said. We won when I was here.
This
That's all I can speak
this
on.
guy. This guy.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, say it.
got your
Wait,
Kool-Aid
You
now.
don't even want to say
What-
it.
what's
He didn't go
where'd you
to
go?
that Carmel.
I went to Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel. 64th and Dante. But I only went freshman year.
Talk about the Dodge Caravan.
I see what you did there.
Mount
Yeah.
Carmel
No.
Caravan.
He brought Dodge Caravan. Like,
It was the Carmel Carvana.
Oh, wow. Shots fired. Shots fired.
game.
There's the rival.
Okay, all right. That's enough laughter.
Hey, if I was dealing with this whole
On
thing
Mount
with Michigan,
Carmel,
Michigan
that's
State.
enough laughter about it.
We were just talking. We just talking.
You road, like, all over the back and shit. Wagging and shit.
So do not let T Nick babysit. That's all.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
I want to go back to this Packers. I want to go back to this Packers issue.
Mhm.
All right.
When you got ready for the Packers, who was the person in the locker room that got everybody charged up to go out there and go to war? You?
I was gonna say
No.
he probably a silent assassin.
Yeah, I'm not a super vocal
You're
dude.
too soft spoken.
Ah,
Too soft.
I'm not like that. I'm not a
Lance.
rah-rah. Lance? No.
Olin?
No.
Maybe a little Olin.
Damn, I would have thought
Big
a lot
Cat.
of Olin.
Little Cat. Who else?
I would have a lot of Olin. But it's a little Olin.
Olin in a different way.
Okay.
Olin in a different way. Olin's just gonna call you out
Hey,
and
sometimes
make
that
sure
works.
you
Yeah.
like are on your shit.
That works.
He's not gonna like rah pat you on the back and be like, "Yo, you gonna get your ass kicked today or not?" It's gonna be more like that.
Wait.
What watch the film? And he's gonna whoop your ass today.
But he hit you with
Damn.
it. No, you messed up, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
You fucked up.
You know you
fucked up.
Right.
You fucked up.
Damn.
You done fucked up, man.
Allie, you
Olin motivates you in a different way by telling you ain't shit. I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna respond or you gonna
Only
show? You
gave you
gonna
that
prove him
tough
right?
love.
what they say that
Yeah,
pure pure uncut?
Gonna mess with a
Absolutely.
300-pound guy who has a black belt. I don't know.
And then the funniest part is he go out there and he handle his business, so you can't do nothing. You can't say
Right, you
anything.
can't say shit when they go out and do what
He
they
gonna
got.
handle his business, and he called you out to handle yours, and maybe you did it. You don't want to come in the room on Monday morning and a little red dot on you, like, okay, you see me pancake my guy, and your guy was a touchdown block, and you missed it. I told you he was better than you.
I'm like, damn, Olins.
And so it's hard to think who was the vocal guy?
Who was the vocal guy? I don't
It definitely
know,
wasn't
man.
no Dick Duran or any of the head coaches.
No,
No,
not Dick.
I think Jerome seemed real. Like, was he passive?
I like Dick. I like Dick because he was my first coach coming out of college, and the reason I liked him is because he just treated us like men.
Yeah.
It was like,
I've heard that
here's
from
your
everybody.
job. You know exactly what you got to do, T. If you don't do it, here are the consequences. Like, we're gonna have to replace you.
So he was
Oh,
straightforward.
He was
And he said real calm like that.
coach want to talk to
No
you.
harm, no foul.
Bring your
You knew
playbook.
where the
Yeah,
lines
bring your
were.
playbook, yeah.
Right? There's no blurred lines. Like, I'm not gonna argue. I actually raised my kids like this. Like, we're not gonna argue.
Right.
We're not gonna fight. If you do this, it's going to result in this.
See,
And that's it.
you look at the
point.
To
to the point.
point.
Well,
To the
to
point.
me, that's how it's got to be.
We got the communication out of the way in the beginning. There is no argument. I'm not gonna yell at you. You don't show up at 10 when you're supposed to be home. There will be no fight. But
Because
you
you
ain't-
already know.
You already know what's
Well,
about
you
that,
won't
right?
have a chance to go out tomorrow and come back.
You already know what they right.
You already know what's about to happen. So I assume that you made an educated business
A
decision
there we go.
Yeah.
A business
before
decision.
you
Yeah.
decided to
That's the
walk
word
in
of the
here
day,
and
right?
have to curve you. So Dick treated us like men, and a guy coming out of college who didn't really understand, because in college it's still like your coach is like your superior.
Right.
Well, here he's like, man, I'm you don't work for me, you work with me. Like,
I like that.
Okay,
I
so
remember
he
him saying
wasn't the
that.
vocal dude.
No, that's what I was saying.
So I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, perhaps there really wasn't one.
It could have been a group thing, man. Like,
But
no,
don't you need to have that?
No, because you know what?
You're a professional, man.
Everybody not rah-rah, though. Everybody's not.
Ray
And
Lewis.
honestly, I don't respond to that. Me personally. Why you out here making all that noise, man? You wasting all that energy,
about
man.
Ray Lewis. When you think about Ray Lewis, and he in the locker room getting everybody fired up, dancing around and yelling. What do you think?
It worked for them.
Dude,
Right?
I'd be like this.
Mm-hmm. Caught up in the rapture of
Well, I
love.
guess everybody has their own method.
Yeah,
And that's
it worked
okay.
for
I'm
them.
not hating on that.
Right.
I'm self-motivated, though. I work on my own. You know what I mean?
But you know, I hear that a lot of my just from locker rooms and me being in one myself. Everybody doesn't respond to that, but also when the coach acts like that, sometimes the coach doesn't get the most out of the player.
Absolutely.
So they have to like kind of walk that fine line too, right?
Absolutely. So coaching in high school and on any level, you know, you got 30, 40 different personalities on the field, and you might be responsible for 10, 15 of them in your position group or whatever. Every one of those kids are different, man.
Yeah.
Yelling and screaming is not the route for everybody. They don't hear that. They shut down. They're not going to respond to that. You as a coach, you need to understand what those personalities are. I need to know how you respond.
Right.
That's what makes a good coach, right? I need to know how you respond. Maybe I need to motherfuck you. But if I motherfuck you, you're going to curl up like a little bitch and be like, oh, come on. Right? So I need to coddle you a little bit. Hey, we need you to get, get in the post a little bit stronger than that. Get your little
I
ass
can't
in
be
the
that kind of coach. I can't be that kind of coach.
But see, you got to be able to do both.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't be a coach.
It's hard nowadays
hard,
because you
You
just
know,
don't
I've
know how
seen you
people are
coach.
going to take it.
I can't be it.
You foul mouth T when you coach.
Uh-huh. See? And other kids be like, man, I'm in trouble. Some kids are like
Mom,
that.
he yelled at me.
Yeah.
So
You're not going back.
speaking of this coaching, let's talk about this coaching. So I heard you talk about Dick DeRon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Lovie Smith.
Mm-hmm.
In comparison to Dick DeRon, who would tell you, how was Lovie Smith?
Well, guys, this is how we're going to do it, guys.
He didn't really talk like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was well documented from even the St. Louis days. Lovey is not a rah-rah guy, and he
He's a
doesn't
quiet guy,
curse.
too, yeah.
No.
He was like professional about everything.
My transition was my last year was his first year.
Was his foot right?
So I had Dick the whole time. And then his first year as a head coach, Lovey came in, boom, throwing a hammer down. This is his first head coaching job, right?
Let's see what works.
He came in laying it down. I mean, there was like no more bringing Gatorades to the meeting room.
So he was
no
like
more.
that rookie cop.
Yeah, it was different. Now, I heard, because I was gone, I went to Dallas. I heard that he kind of chilled out after, but that first year he was on one. He was on 10. And no more, Thomas Jones. No more.
Well, don't say that because then that confirms my predictions from the Super Bowl.
Oh,
As you take a drink,
I don't know nothing.
Oh,
wow.
That's
What?
We were talking about Rex always being his quarterback, and some of us really
Rex
did
is our quarterback.
always
Rex
wish
is our quarterback.
none against Rex. I love Rex, but
Rex was cold in Florida. You got to give him credit.
but he struggled in that
But
Super
I
Bowl.
will say,
But-
why? Cedric Benson, rest in peace.
Absolutely,
We
rest
love
in peace.
Cedric, rest in peace. But why was he in there and Thomas Jones was
79% of the snaps at running back went to Cedric Benson. When Thomas Jones carried him the whole season, the whole postseason.
So it almost sounds like we had an answer.
I didn't give you nothing. I just said.
Hey, going way.
I'm not being messy. I'm not being mad.
Yeah, you think about this going way back. Walter Payton didn't get a lot of touches in the Super Bowl either, did he?
Well,
He didn't get any touchdowns.
So I'll say this, right, in conjunction with that statement. Maybe there were some uncomfortable conversations that were had. Maybe everybody wasn't on the same page, because when you go back to the beginning when we talk about people like with Paul Ehlinger, certain people not being the coach's guy. I mean, we did draft Cedric Benson number 4 when we probably should have drafted Sean Merriman.
Yep.
Not probably.
I mean, considering
Merritt had a pretty good career,
right,
didn't he?
considering how the defense was ran, you know, that 4 to 5 years.
Now, wasn't he on steroids?
No, that was David Boston.
Him too.
Nah, him too.
Well, Sean Merriman got caught. He got popped later on.
Yeah.
But originally, like that first, I want to say 3 to 4 year period, Sean Merriman was like an all pro, like he was all everything.
Monster.
And no shade to what the Bears did, because we had Hunter at that time when you all were playing. I think if we had Lance Urlacher and Sean Merriman lights out,
and you would think
man,
Marion would not have had to do as much if he had Urlacher and Briggs with him. Hey, you could have seen him maybe a longer career.
I'm coming off that edge, boy.
It was something different, something immaculate, right? But that just goes to show, like, you know, it's still, there's their word again, a business.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes you make the
the
wrong
coach
decisions.
made a business decision, probably based on what he felt either was best for the team or best for himself.
Right.
We also go back to the day of a certain Super Bowl, which made me stop gambling. I just knew the ball was going to Marshawn Lynch. Ray Charles was blind and dead, and he could see that.
I think
But you know what didn't happen? The ball didn't go to Marshawn Lynch.
And judging by
And it cost Pete Carroll a Super Bowl.
and judging by
cost me
Pete
some
Carroll's
money.
face, judging by Pete Carroll's face, he thought it was going to Lynch too. I think everybody thought that ball was going.
No, I don't, because I remember a lot of people wanted, they didn't want Bevel, they wanted Bevel to stay in the building.
Yeah.
Like, Daryl should have stayed here. Look what he went and did. Like, and that's your, matter of fact, that's your guy, right?
I got
Yeah.
had him for 1 year in Wisconsin.
Damn, now, like,
I don't want to know how would you get ready, right? Like, how did you get ready to practice?
Flip that microphone. He left. Take the microphone.
T
Flip it back. He left.
That goddamn T, man.
Yells at everyone else for
out there
leaving,
with-
but you know.
Fucking first time coming live and shit.
so
Fucking
wait,
T leaving me all fucked up.
This your first time live?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this because we actually asked that question. You just missed the answer.
Oh, fuck me, huh?
Because no. I mean, so, look, this is
Let's
crazy.
find another way to
We'll
say
say
it.
this another way.
How-
but-
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you hate the Packers?
oh, well,
Now remember, you retire, you can't play for the motherfucker, so you can go ahead and just say it.
There's always one game you circle on the schedule, man, and it's obviously 2, but it's green and gold, man. It's green and gold, and
Like garbage can colors. Yep.
what did our guy say? Waste management.
Waste management. Yeah, the waste
Waste
management
management.
organization.
you know, like I said, it was a little eye for me because some of those guys I was in the trenches with at Wisconsin. You know what I mean? So, and being there for 4 or 5 years in Wisconsin, all you saw was.
And you know what? I'm gonna take you in a time machine a little bit, because so let me just give you a little preface. Wisconsin, Michigan State,
Yes.
Michigan. So this is the first time all of us are probably together and actually getting along.
Yeah.
Because it's still Big Ten. At the end of the day, if Michigan make it and we don't, reluctantly, I'm a root for them because I want Big Ten success.
Yeah, we know Michigan gonna make it.
I couldn't tell you how I was like, hey man, when Wisconsin was in that Rose Bowl, I was like, if y'all don't get the ball to Ron Dane and nobody else,
Yeah, that big one, man. Ron.
you know what I'm saying?
We won 2 in a row, man.
Right. So, but you coming into the system where, let's just say the passing, and I don't have accurate numbers, but I'm just going off of memory. The passing ratio, the run ratio to pass ratio when you were there was about 65-35.
Was it like, you want a story?
I would love a story, because the reason why I brought that up is because Luke Getzey said something similar about 65-35 coming off the bus running and all that stuff. So, yeah, please tell us your story.
It was not that way when I was recruited there.
There that is.
It wasn't that way. That wasn't the ratio. Bev was the quarterback. What happened was Ron and I kind of got recruited together, and they decided to redshirt him, but I played as a freshman.
True freshman.
I'm on the field, and I'll never forget it, man. We're playing Penn State at home, and our number one tailback was Carl McCullough. I don't know if you guys remember Carl McCullough. Number 2 was Aaron Stecker. You guys remember
now him, I remember. Yep.
And the third back was somebody else. But first quarter, Carl goes down. He's hurt. He's out. Second quarter, Steck comes in, and then he goes down. Okay, so now we are out of backs. And
what year was that? LeVar Arrington?
It was LeVar
I remember
Arrington's
that.
team. We're at home.
You said it. I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I'm just a slow freshman. I'm lined up on the outside, right? I'm like, man, what we about to do? We about to throw this thing around a little bit. So anyway, long story short, man. So they bring the fullback, which is Cecil Martin. They take Cecil from full, put him back at tail, and they brought the second string fullback in to play full. And that just wasn't working out. One of those guys got hurt, or it just wasn't working out. So I just remember them being like, okay, we got to burn it. You already know what that means. 33, go. Bruh. And when I tell you the first or the second play, I'm down the line. I can see it right now. They snap the ball and they give him like inside zone or whatever. And he freaking drags LeVar Arrington and like another 2 or 3 Penn State dudes into the end zone. Ends up, he can't. I think he came in and he ended the second quarter, scored a touchdown before the half, I think, and then comes back and ends up rushing for over 200 that game. And then at that point, the offense changed. Gotcha. It was like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do now.
And wait, and that's funny you mentioned it because you stated they were redshirting him at first, but now you're forced to play.
He got forced to play. That's
almost in emergency capacity.
It was in emergency capacity. And then Carl never got the starting job back. That's when Steck transferred to Western.
Yep.
And that's how all that went down.
Memories, y'all. Memories. And it's so funny that we went down that trip down memory lane right now, because we are actually in a similar situation right now with the Bears. Khalil's the 1, Foreman's the 2. Roshan is looking like that Ron Dane guy, like just move out and let the boy spin, right? So what do you feel knowing that 65-35 thing, it is a thing? Do you feel it's going to be run heavy based upon down and distance, or is it just going to be run heavy based on scheme?
Man, you don't forget, you still got another runner back there too.
Well,
you got 2
4 because Justin.
Exactly. Right. 4. I mean 2 at a time.
2 at a time, right. At any time.
At any time.
Yeah. And we do got a fullback. Let's not forget.
For me, I think it's got to be scheme, right? I think it's got to be scheme and not down the distance, right? So, you got read option, you got all kinds of things that they can do with the abilities that Justin had. Now, do you go heavy on that and risk losing him for the season? All it takes is 1.
That hasn't worked out well for us.
No,
it hasn't worked, because who's our backup right now?
Right now it's Nathan Peterman,
which is why I don't want Fields running the ball once tomorrow.
but here's the thing, like kind of alluding to what we talked about. At any given time, you have 2 runners on the field, but does that make you more inclined to run the ball as opposed to set up the pass due to the run? Because, I look at what each person brings to the table. We tell all of our guests, all of our fans, we're all on the same accord when we say, if you really watched collegiate football, which most of us have, Justin Fields has more rushing yards in the NFL than he had his whole college career from Georgia to Wisconsin. He was not a running
Ohio
quarterback.
State.
I'm sorry, I said Georgia. No, he was at Georgia first. I
Georgia,
said
Ohio
Wisconsin
State.
to Ohio State. My bad.
All good.
But he's never been a running quarterback.
It's always been
Last
something in his
year, I
arsenal.
thought I saw the second coming of Randall Cunningham, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, do you all not know this gentleman can pass the ball?
What I think happened there, though, is I think that he just didn't have that rapport with the wideouts,
which he didn't,
or necessarily that trust with those guys, where it wasn't that they were anticipating him to run. I mean, he's just pulling that down and getting going.
Coaching or ability?
Oh, well, rapport.
Rapport is more on like, hey, let's go to the grass in the backyard and toss the ball around.
But the more times we toss that thing around, the more I'm going to trust that you're coming out of that break before I see you coming out of that break. Where he's waiting for him to come out of that break, and by that time he's got to go.
Which again,
yeah,
funny how this just flows organically.
It does.
Which your speed mixed with two pup arms that you had to play with. You only let's keep it 100. You only had one real quarterback that probably could outthrow you on the run. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna say that, but one. Everybody else was kind of like, you're waiting. Like,
I had 12 quarterbacks when I was here.
I remember we talked about that. That's why I said you had one that really had a cannon. Just go.
Messed up.
Everybody else was like,
so
he's too fast.
Yes.
No, but think about that. Just think about what Ahmad just said.
Yeah.
And then the quarterback you had in Dallas, I mean, it's like, my God. Like, what if you
had a quarterback?
What if you had Patrick Mahomes, man?
When I got to AZ, Arizona, I had one.
You had one.
Kurt Warner.
Good.
And that was
Super Bowl year.
Super Bowl year. That was love. That was love. That was amazing. And an amazing experience. And he knew what was going on, man. Like, he knew what everybody was doing out there. Kurt, man.
The only one, and I'll defer to the fellas, the only quarterback from that time span, from the transition from the Bears coming in from the Wanstead years into the Lovey years, the only one that I thought gave us a real legitimate chance was Jim Miller, but he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, because he played like Dan Fouts to me, right? You see the similarities in your head a little bit, but how frustrating is that for you as a wide receiver? Like, I know he can get me the ball, and I'm valuable. Hell, me and him get on the same rapport. I know I got checks coming in. What Deion say? You look good, you play good. You play good, you feel good. I'm sorry. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. You play good, they pay good.
Pay good, you live good.
But that quarterback is so important because if he's like, that's not going to work.
Bruh. We can have some discussions offline.
Yeah, we can.
You know,
I got your next round. Let's get it.
It's kind of like a good segue. Should we get another wide receiver in here to maybe talk about that quarterback?
Oh, I mean,
we got another wide receiver because I said in the Berrien. I meant the building, but I kind of gave it away. Right?
all I'm saying is this: if I'm building my fantasy team right now, I have Paul Edinger, Ahmad, Merritt, Bernard Berrien, and Fred Evans. I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah, right.
I'm ahead of the game. I'm happy with my team. I really am. And it's like, you know, because like I said, we watched you at Rita because, I'm a sports nerd. Like, the whole Wisconsin thing for you. And I don't know if that was, because I don't think we talked about it last time, but was that it's just far away enough to be gone, but not too far away in case you needed help?
Yeah, I wanted to go to SC. I'm watching Keyshawn Johnson growing up, right? Me and Ty Streets 1 and 2 wide out coming out of here. So
Ty Streets, home guy.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Me and Ty, we can go anywhere we want. And I'm thinking USC. I'm about to get out there. It's about to be warm. There's beaches. There's football. There's beaches and football. And the mom was like, You doing what? You think you doing what? Come again.
Oh,
Come
so
again.
Mom's changed that decision.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
Bro,
at
how many-
SC that year, that was right before. Who was right before? That would have been Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been California. That would
Bro.
have been throwing that thing around.
And now wait. Speaking of California, that's a perfect
Another
segue.
perfect segue.
We have another special guest, impromptu, gonna show on. We call him B Twice because he's just that nice. Bernard Berrien in the building and on the show. Everybody give it up. Give it up. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. B, what's up? What's happening, brother? Always good. Always good. Welcome back to the Clubhouse.
Yeah.
What's good? What's going on with you?
Back in for Alumni week. Ahmad going out here, came to see out the guys, Fred, a bunch of everybody on the board Bears team. So
It's the only way we can get him back to Chicago.
Bro,
Speaking of California, I don't see you coming back here in the wintertime, though.
Yeah, it's the only way we can get him back.
I love the winter time, man. That's when everybody gets out. That's when the city gets live.
That's right, but
That's when the city gets a little live.
because we don't do cabin fever here in the shy. We just
Nah.
don't. We out.
Yeah.
We visible. We with the people.
We hit other clubs and do but out here free.
I didn't been there, man. Wear your coat. I'm just trying to get in. Like
He got on the coat. Look.
I got it.
no.
We over here.
You can tell I'm from you can tell I'm from Cali right now.
75 degrees out right
I ain't
now.
been
We
out
talking
there.
Wisconsin, MSU, Michigan, and now we talking Fresno.
Yes.
I expect the jacket.
40, 32, 12, 112.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? Right. So Bernard, we're gonna ask you the same question. Welcome to the show. It's Packer Week. And this is one of the few times
Fuck Packers.
that Bears
Love the
alumni
Packers, love it.
right weekend fell on Packers Week.
They knew what they was doing.
Yeah,
I think they own something.
They knew what
But
they
we'll
was
talk about that offline because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I want everybody to get their meal and get their pouch, get their gift bag and everything. But how did you get ready for Packers Week?
Man, usually coming in, it was being a rookie coming in, you didn't really know much about Packer Week until it was explained to you, like, this is the rivalry, this is where it's going. And then I remember coming in actually knowing the longevity of the rivalry going on, because almost first two franchises ever in football, and the history behind it. But going in and getting it explained to you, seeing it coming from a coach's view and seeing it coming from the other vets' point of view, now you got a good sense of the rivalry and how much it really means to the players and the organization and the fan of the city.
Absolutely. 2 charter franchises. Some tab George, rest his soul, Hallis as the founder of the NFL, really.
Yeah.
And
Papa
his
Bear.
Doesn't go any
Papa
longer.
Bear.
Papa Bear.
So him and Lombardi had some epic battles, but trickling down now, we have Jordan Love versus Justin Fields. We've never, ever had anything to this magnitude,
Anticipation.
right? The anticipation, just like people stomach bubbling, we nervous, unknowns. Like when you all come into the stadium and you all see that the fans are just immaculate with their fandom, their gear and everything, how does that make you all feel knowing that this rivalry damn near may be more important than the season, depending on how the team is, hey, we know we're not that good this season, but damn it, we better beat the Packers. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself. I wanted to win it for you guys, man. Honestly, fans mean everything. If it weren't for the fans, there is no us. So honestly, like I said, I went to Wisconsin. I didn't like those guys, but I didn't have the same type of hate. But I wanted to win it for Chicago. You know what I mean? So there was obviously that like I said earlier, it was circled on the schedule. We got to win this one. If we don't win any other games, we got to win this. We got to take care of business here.
That's well said, because you straight up said too. It's like players, I'm sure, hated the Packers too, but I don't think anybody hated the Packers more than the Bears fans.
Yes, but we hated them for you.
Bears fans have a thing where we will root for the Bears and anybody who plays the Packers. That's
right.
all that matters. All that matters.
I legit full transparency, y'all. I legit last year was rooting for the Lions.
Absolutely.
I knew the Lions wasn't going to make the playoffs because I want to say whoever it was won the earlier game, and we knew they weren't going to make it. But I was like, damn it, just don't let them make it.
Right.
You know, and they came out and pulled it out. So, like, with that being said, like, the importance of it. Ahmad, you from here. You knew the importance of Bears Packers. You lived it since 13 years old.
Yes.
But now out in Cali, Raiders at the time, right? Raiders, because they was in Vegas.
I was a Niner fan.
Look,
but
Raiders, Niners, Chargers, like you had a
older
plethora.
brother
Uh-huh.
was a Bears fan.
Oh,
So
nice.
I heard it all.
That's
so,
destiny.
And I definitely hated the Packers. So being a Niner, I hated the Packers still as a youngin. But coming here, getting here, I remember first thing, that was one of the goals.
Yes.
Super Bowl, win conference, get the Super Bowl, beat Packers. Like that's a staple for here.
So now, wait, great. From Jerron to Lovey, was that both of those coaches' sentiment? Like,
yes. You can't get hired. That's
Yeah,
part of the
you
interview.
That's the interview.
You're coming, yeah.
So, what do you think about the Packers, man?
You better kill.
He better get red over there. Let's see. Oh, he got red. Oh, he got red. It's all good.
The thing that I want players that's coming up, Justin Fields, I don't think he really goes to the magnitude of people own the city.
Good question, Fal. Oh, I'm sorry. Our producer is saying repeat the question.
You repeat the question.
We can't hear you.
You say what he said. Say what he said.
Okay. So I'm a preface it because I don't want to. Yeah. So Justin Fields basically can own the city right now. He may or may not realize it, but tell him, how important is it for Justin Fields right now to take the bull by the horn, so to speak, be mentioned with Walter, Urlacher, Jordan, Sosa, Hull.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot going on where Justin he just signed a Reebok deal.
Good for
Shout out to Buddy, because last time we wore Reebok, AI was popular, you know? So he bringing Reebok back. Justin Fields right now can own the city, y'all. How important is that? Because both of y'all played with players that technically own the city and ran the city. How do y'all feel?
I mean, it's good. It's just I think it's getting to a point to where you got to be comfortable with yourself and be able to manage playing on the field and be able to manage everything doing with the city on the outside. Because Chicago's a tough city. You know, you got to have tough skin here, and you can't be no flake, no joke on the broken. You know what I mean? Like everybody in Chicago knows it. They're gonna see it. They're gonna feel it. They're gonna eat you alive. So you comfortable with yourself running the city here? They're gonna hand you the keys.
Okay, so it's available.
It's available. So if you want to, if you're ready there, you take the steering wheel, grab by the bullhorn, like you said, put on the gas. It's time to go.
We always said that about Chicago. Any Chicago sports players, if you don't win, obviously we want to win, but those people who put in that big effort, you bust your ass, you do everything possible. This city will love you till the day you die.
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility.
Sure.
He got to have broad shoulders now.
Have broad shoulders, bro. Tough skin, like B said.
Heavy as the crown.
You know.
Heavy as the crown.
No.
Somebody has a crown.
With great with great success comes great responsibility, right? So we're gonna lift him up, man. Hold him up as high as possible. But he obviously got to take care of business. I think he realizes what he's got. You know, he's starting to come into that. He's what is this? His third year now?
Third year, 23. 23 years old this year.
Right now.
He's starting to come into his own, man. And I'm excited about what we're going to get out of Justin, honestly, personally. So
I know we're strapped for time, so I'm going to ask you real quick, rapid questions. How do you feel about our receiving core? That's the first question, both of you all. The second question, predictions. So whoever wants to go first, go.
Oh, receiving core. I love the receiving core, actually. DJ Moore, Claypool, they're gonna do nice. Those are some great acquisitions.
Well, don't forget about Mooney now.
Yeah, we still got Mooney at the slot.
Yeah, he's always been here. He's been here. He's legit. But I think just the additions that we had during those offseason is what made that the core a lot stronger. I think and gonna solidify them for a lot and give Justin Fields some actual legitimate weapons to go out there and do something. But combined with his running talent, now you got some weapons.
Ooh, there's some smoke in the city, boy.
I'm trying to tell you, like the anticipation that the season is really waiting to see some explosive stuff right now.
What y'all think? I think B twice is faster than Mooney.
Well, we know what he do. 99-yard touchdown reception, NFL record.
You need a race?
Yeah.
Wait,
I think you got him, dog.
Hold on.
I'll put my hand in the dirt real quick.
Get some
You
stretch.
forget, like, the whole Madden shit. I think your fast. Oh, I said shit. I'm sorry, Mom.
Oh, man.
They had your fastest speed as a 97.
97?
Come on. You can go look it up. Y'all look it up. But wait, no, but you still.
Yeah.
No shade. But you had a 99-yard touchdown reception from Gus Farrar. Now, he should be known for that. He's known for headbutting and spraining his neck. Like that. So we know you know something about some receivers. So we gonna let that. We gonna go ahead and put that in the.
Yeah.
Put a little bow on it. Top shelf should have been with us, but you know I blame Rex. You, because you won games.
Yeah.
So come on with it.
The receiving core, I like it. I think you know, with the addition of DJ Moore, that was a big deal, right?
They tried to execute him last year, if people remember.
Oh, really?
And
When
thank,
Poles was
and
making
thank you,
those
Lovie
trades,
Smith, for
They
that.
were trying to grab DJ
Lovie.
last year when they only had those 5 draft picks.
I think that was huge.
Yeah, there was all
Add
talks
some
about
depth.
trades.
And now you got because I think Mooney he's not quite a one, right?
Yes, thank you.
He's not quite a one.
But they got rapport.
But they got great rapport, right? And he can stretch the field, and DJ can get up underneath all of that stuff, and then you throw in Claypool there. Now, I like that. I like Claypool. Something's happening there, though. What do you guys think?
That's what everyone thinks. Yeah.
Like,
I think Claypool is in that DK Metcalf mode, right? They're similar in stature, weight, speed. I just don't think he gets the opportunity. And when he doesn't get it, he's like that kid on Christmas, like,
Yeah.
I asked you for G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. You bought me a damn Transformer. I'm mad. But he got to play through it. Because his first year with Ben Roethlisberger, he had 9 receptions. I mean, 9 receiving touchdowns and 2 rushing
That was with
touchdowns.
an aging old Ben
And
Roethlisberger.
then Ahmad fell off.
he want to be the one. It's something mental going on there.
He,
You gonna have it.
yeah, because you
Not
know
this
they're
year.
going to be putting the top corners on DJ all the game. So that's where Metcalf and Mooney got to have big years, man.
Absolutely. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Predictions for the season. Ahmad, you go first.
Man, I think the Bears get 10, dog.
10-7. Okay, you on this side of the ambition train.
I am. I think we split with Detroit. Maybe we hopefully we sweep the pack.
I ain't no hopefully. We better sweep.
We better sweep the pack.
Damn it.
And Minnesota going Viking. They're gonna do their thing.
Yeah, that's my
they're a good
unknown
team,
unknown.
but you know,
You just don't know.
you just don't know. So I think we squeak out 10, man. I'm hopeful for that.
10-7. 10-7 should in the NFC get us
That could
in.
be it could be a wild card at least.
Because I think the Giants made it because it was they made it at 10-7, I want to say. And they had lost like their last 3 games or something crazy like that. Bernard, what you got?
I got the same. I might go 11 actually.
Ooh, all right.
You really? Okay. Do tell.
They get rolling. I see it's gonna be kind of hard to stop that offense. They are gonna have to kind of get a little on the defensive side of the ball. They get that offensive ball, it's gonna be hard to stop them. They get some momentum, and Windy City momentum, everything going on here is different.
I like your vision on that. Guess you got to open up that playbook, though. No more wide receiver screen. Y'all both playing with multiple coordinators. Like wide receiver screen should be like the number 1 play that the Bears run.
And I don't want Fields having 1,000 yards rushing either.
Did you say laser? Oh, Lord.
Rocket laser. Screen.
So Guys, thank you for coming on the show. Bernard, thank you for showing. Ahmad, thank you for showing. Everybody, love these two.
Absolutely.
When we talk about precision, play, and just good people, we looking at two of the best right here.
Plenty of speed.
Well, I said precision, that goes with everything. That's the umbrella.
Plenty of speed, no quarterbacks.
Nothing that, oh, well, Frank said it.
No dominant quarterbacks. We'll say it like
And you said 5
foot. You're gonna lay somebody down on the
Hey, you got to speak to them in yards. But we will be talking to both of you all soon. We look forward to a great Bears season. Ahmad, thank you for coming on the show.
Man,
love you, brother. That's the turnover chick. Go and put that on, B. And get some love with it. Get some love with it. Eddie, Brisker, Kyler. Oh, real quick before we go off the air. Shout out to Mama Gordon. Kyler Gordon's mom is here, y'all.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Mama Gordon. We got the young pups. We got the young generation. That new Bears, that 2023 Bears promoting and chiming in.
Yeah,
Love
we
that.
tried getting Kyler, but they're watching game film all day today.
Oh, there you go.
As they should
Which is
be.
understandable.
So
Locked in.
for Frank the Tank, Foulmouth C, Bernard Barron, and Ahmad Merritt, I'm JB Stats. This is the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, and we out.
One more, wait,
All right,
before
Josh.
we go out,
Oh, wait,
before we go out,
Grogu.
Grogu in that.
we got to make sure we shout out to Grogu, my man Grogu, and shout out to Hugh hosting this.
Shout out
great,
again to Hugh.
Great show.
And shout out the
great
chat.
turnout.
Although we weren't able to
Everybody in
get
here.
on the chat, we appreciate those that did chime in. And we'll see you Tuesday.
Yep, and we'll shout out Josh Dante.
Two
Huge
plugs.
shout
I
out
got
to both
two
you guys.
plugs.
Oh,
in.
Go ahead,
man.
two
Everybody
plugs.
here.
Two plugs.
I got the pro.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Right.
I'll give you some more details.
My bracket. So go to it now. Don't ask no questions. Just do it.
Just do
Bernard,
it.
what you got?
Freedom Financial, baby. Check me out.
Freedom Financial. Check them out. No questions asked. And we up
We already gave them.
2-2.
Who's that 2-2? Who's that?